A father charged in the death of his 8-month-old child appeared in court today. I'm Colin Mayfield.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. 27-year-old Nieves Alexander Acosta Maldonado is charged with first-degree murder and felony child abuse tonight. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre was there for the hearing today, joining us now in Uptown. Jesse, it was an emotional day in court.
It was an emotional day. You know, the father walked into that courtroom with his head down most of the hearing, even crying at one point. And tonight he is charged with murder and could spend the rest of his life in prison for the death of his son. Nieves Alexander Acosta Maldonado, who is charged with the murder of his 8-month-old baby boy, Ethan, faced a Mecklenburg County judge Thursday. In court, attorneys walked through the events that took place on May 3rd. Ethan became unresponsive at a home on Kirk Court in North Charlotte where he was being cared for. But according to police, his death is due to what happened at his home in East Charlotte on North Sharon Amity Road earlier that day. Investigators say Acosta Maldonado confessed that while the mother was at work, Ethan got fussy and was sick. They say he picked up Ethan out of his crib, shook him for 10 to 15 seconds until the baby stopped crying, and forcefully placed Ethan back in his crib. At the hospital, doctors say Ethan showed clear signs of brain injury. He died 3 days later.
These types of injuries, the very first thing you have to wonder and suspect is, unfortunately, child abuse.
Doctors told investigators Ethan had bleeding and swelling of the brain and behind the eyes. Dr. Carla Robinson, a family physician not involved with the case, says these types of injuries are usually seen when there's been some sort of high level of trauma.
A baby that's been maybe violently shaken or thrown down to the ground or had some sort of blunt trauma to the head. And that causes very tiny, very fragile and delicate blood vessels in the protective area of the brain, the protective layer of the brain to really rupture and tear. And that's what causes this bleeding, which can lead to all sorts of complications.
Now that father is being held on a $500,000 bond, and he's expected back in court on June 4th. Live in Uptown, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
Yeah, horrific story all the way around here. Jesse, thank you.